Creepings and hallucinations. I am a wet noodle, just a ghost, and welcome to Shocking Theater. I'm giving Hikaru the week off. He's still thawing out. It's been wild, weather-wise over here. And, well, I want to get in the hot seat again. So, that's what we're doing tonight. We're going to go back to the house on Haunted Hill that ended a couple weeks ago because of loss of internet connection due to winter storm. So guess what's going on today? That's right, winter storm. Not happy about it. So, tonight's movie is a William Castle, well, I wouldn't call it classic. It's a William Castle movie. You know William Castle, right? I hope you do, because he's one of those old filmmakers, from the 1950s and 1960s. When you think about horror movies from that time, you usually think about, you might think about the gimmicks. Like, brain fart. This is what happens when I do this live without prep. My brain farts, all the time. No, having somebody outside of the theater, selling insurance in case you die, a nurse making sure you sign a waiver in case you die of fright during the movie, having a buzzer in your seat for when it goes off at a certain moment, you get a good thump of the tingler. He's that guy. He's a filmmaker, yeah, but he's also a marketeer. I mean, he could market these things. He would come up with a wild and wacky new idea just to make the movie and to sell it in the theaters. Get butts in the seats. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. This, I don't know if it did or didn't, but it's a classic movie and it's in the public domain, so why not? And this movie's gimmick is a mojo. Because at a certain point in this movie, when you were in the theaters watching this for the first time, way back in the 60s, well before I was born, which is scary because I'm an old. But during a certain point in this movie, a skeleton would come flying down out of the rafters and terrify the audience. Hopefully. This movie is a classic, like I said, and stars legendary screen actor Vincent Price. Some of you may know him as the mad scientist from Edward Scissorhands. Now we're no more. You may know him as a mad scientist from Edward Scissorhands. Sorry, my mouth no worky tonight. Or as the terrifying voice in the Michael Jackson Thriller video from way back when. Both those things are old. He died a long time ago now. That's actually kind of sad. He was a great actor. And relegated to a lot of the shock. And he also enjoyed cooking. So, without any further ado, while my mouth still works, please enjoy The House on Haunted Hill here on Shocking Theater. Well, I hope these artists are allied. I'd hate to see enemy artists picture corporation. They might make good movies. No need to scream in my ear. I don't know what's going on anymore. That is one kinky
The ghosts are moving tonight, restless, hungry.
Well, maybe if you would stop popping out of nowhere, they'd actually be able to get some sleep.
In just a minute, I'll show you the only really haunted house in the world.
My house?
Since it was built a
I am a
century
ghost,
ago,
after all.
7 people, including my brother, have been murdered in it. Since then,
not good.
I've owned the house.
Lucky you.
I've only spent one
I would
night
love to own
there,
a haunted house.
When they found me in the morning, I was almost dead.
Ooh, lucky you. Ah, okay, it's gone. Ah! Ah!
I'm Frederick Lauren.
No, you're Vincent Price.
And I've rented the house on Haunted Hill tonight so
or
that
Morgan
my wife
McGough.
can give a party. A haunted house party. She's so amusing.
I bet.
There'll be food and drink and
She must be the death of the party.
And perhaps even a few murders.
Ooh.
You're all invited.
Awesome.
If any of you will spend
Is this
the
gonna be
next
like a
12
murder
hours
mystery?
in this house, I'll give you each $10,000.
Ooh.
Or your next of kin in case you don't survive.
Well, I'm already dead,
but
so
here come our other guests.
I'm a ghost. Sort of.
It was my wife's idea to have our guests come in funeral cars. She's so amusing.
Yes, she
Her
is.
sense of humor is, shall we say, original. I dreamed up the hearse.
Oh.
It's empty now, but after a night in the house on Haunted Hill, who knows? This is Lance Schroeder, a test pilot.
Hi, Lance.
A brave man. But don't you think you can be much braver if you're paid for it? And I happen to know that Lance needs the $10,000 I'll give him. If he's brave enough to stay all night.
Why does he need the 10,000?
This is Ruth Bridges. You've no
Hi,
doubt
Ruth.
read her column in the newspapers.
No,
she says the
newspapers are
reason
dead.
for coming to the party is to write a feature article on ghosts. She's also desperate for money. Gambles.
Ah, yeah, don't do
You've already
that.
met Watson Pritchard, a man living in mortal fear of a house, and yet he is risking his life to spend another night here. I wonder why. He says for money.
Probably try to get you all to leave.
This is Dr. David Trent, a psychiatrist.
Oh.
He claims that my ghost will help his work on hysteria. But don't you see a little touch of greed there?
Ah, he's looking at me. I think he noticed the camera.
This is Nora Manning.
I
picked
know
her
her,
from the thousands of people who work for me because she needed the $10,000 more than most. Supports her whole family. Isn't she pretty?
Eh. Yeah.
The party's starting now. And you have
But
until
not really not my type. I mean, she's in black and white. I like colors. Now get me, you know, some, you know, like green skinned person or blue skinned person. Yeah, but grayscale, not so much. Hi, William Rob Prod. I can't see through my own head. Ooh, lovely. This is a Frank Lloyd Wright house. Well, the exterior is. It's a gorgeous house. I would love to go see this house in real life. I don't care about the inside. I just want to. Hi, Vincent. Vincent, the price is right. I'm trying to make MSC3 jokes here. Carol went to Omar? Oh, that's my favorite place to shop. Hi, Elijah, Julie. I can't make a joke because I can't see the rest of your names. Oh, no jokes there. I knew a boy. Rude things were written about him. Ah, Ron Livingston's in this. Oh, that's Roy. Sorry. Ooh, Jack R. Burney. He must be voting for. No, I think you know who he's voting for. Morrissey? Morrissey decorated the sets? Ah, Nora is definitely sharp. These guys don't have weird names to make fun of. Ralph the Butler did it! And James went west. Is he related to Adam? Uh-oh. I hope he doesn't use the whiteout he has. Von Dexter! Must be the German version of Dexter. I don't think the real house looks like that.
Well, where is everybody?
It isn't a very warm welcome, is it?
Only the ghosts in this house are glad we're here.
Are we all strangers to each other? Don't you two know each other?
They must
I'm
have
afraid I
gotten
don't
one
even
of
know your
those
name.
I'm Norma.
those
That's right.
guns for spraying
Is Frederick
cobwebs.
Lauren a friend of yours?
I've heard of him, but I've never met him.
I work for one of his companies, but I've never seen him.
I've never met the man either.
Looks
Just
like
a
they're already
phone
pairing
call.
people up.
You know him.
No,
Well, then you're the only one of us who does.
I don't know him. All the details about renting the house were done by mail.
He's quite wealthy, isn't he?
Millions.
And 5 wives, I believe.
4, I think, so far.
A $50,000 party for only 5 people is a little steep, even for a millionaire.
Got money to burn.
Well, if I were going to haunt anybody, this would
Especially
certainly
back
be the
then.
house I'd do it in.
Who closed the door?
I did. Because I'm a ghost.
This thing's made of solid steel.
That could have killed me. Yep, there's the culprit. Trying to kill people already. New
Annabelle,
place.
our guests are here, unfortunately still alive. Is your face on yet?
Nope, looks like she glued it on
Dust
just in
and dirt
time.
everywhere, and the water barely trickles.
Couldn't you have had the place cleaned?
Atmosphere, darling. You know how ghosts are. They never tidy up. And that's a very fetching outfit, but hardly suitable for a party.
I'm not going to the party.
The spend the night ghost party was your idea, remember? Since it's going to cost me $50,000, I want you to have fun.
The party was my idea until you invited all the guests. Why all these strangers? Why none of our friends?
Friends? Do we have any friends?
No, your jealousy took care of that.
I had a reason for inviting each guest. I wanted kind of a cross-section. From psychiatrist to typist, and from drunk to jet pilot. They share one thing. They all
So
need money.
basically, you
Now, let's see
got
if they're brave enough to earn
with the Republican Party?
And you call this a party?
Yes.
Could be.
It's gonna be a fun one.
Why do you always do that? It spoils the champagne.
It might explode.
Never does.
Would you guarantee that?
That isn't funny, Frederick.
Make a good headline. Playboy kills wife with champagne cork.
No,
Will you join me?
no. It'd be Playboy kills wife with champagne cork, and you'll never believe what happened next.
And I haven't poisoned it.
It's always good to know that. Have some. You'll enjoy the party more. Go on.
Yeah, that's the only way I get enjoy parties, by getting drunk. And I don't drink. Goes right through me.
Your trust is so touching. And I'm not going to the party.
Aww,
All my
why not?
wives, you're the least agreeable.
But still alive.
Yeah, she's got a point there.
Would you go away for $1 million tax-free?
I would.
You want it all, don't you?
I deserve it all.
I'll take $1 million.
Jealousy isn't tax-free.
Give me $1 million, I'll go away right now.
Possessiveness is maddening.
If ever a man had grounds for divorce.
But can't prove them.
The time will come. You'll slip up one of these days,
Think so?
if I live long enough. You remember the fun we had when you poisoned me?
Something you ate, the doctor said.
Yes. Arsenic on the rocks. Annabelle,
Ah,
you'd do it
He had an
again if
apple.
you thought you could get away with it, wouldn't you?
Darling, what
an
makes
apple
you
that had
think
fallen
that?
on the ground.
Something about you. I hear that hanging is very uncomfortable, in case you get any more ideas. And don't let the ghosts and the ghouls disturb you, darling.
Darling, the only ghoul in the house is you.
And don't sit
Well,
up all
he is
night
known for his horror
thinking of
movies.
ways to get rid of me. It makes
He would have
me
made a great
nervous.
horror host back in the day. Ah, the ghost of Theremins long ago. Oh, time to cut some ham.
This is what she used on my brother and her sister. Hacked them to pieces. We found parts of the bodies all over the house. In places you wouldn't think. The funny thing is, the heads have never been
Then
found. Hands,
why
feet,
is
things
the
like
knife still there?
The wife,
Why
probably in a
hasn't it
rage,
been,
threatened the husband
taken
with a
by the
knife and then
cops and,
carried
locked away
by
in some
hysteria,
evidence
took
locker
a swing at him and
somewhere?
simply went on from there.
She certainly went on. How many people did she kill, Mr. Pritchard?
Only two. Her husband and her sister. No one else was here.
So there are two loose heads just floating around in here somewhere?
You can hear them at night. They whisper to each other and then cry.
No, that's just the squirrels on the roof.
Since our host isn't here, would anyone care to mix me a drink?
Certainly.
No,
What
thank
would
you.
have?
Arsenic on the
Good
rocks.
evening.
Vincent Price recommended it.
I'm your host, Frederick Lauren.
Hi,
We're all
Frederick.
strangers to each other. Let's get acquainted with a drink, shall we?
Mr. Lauren, I advise you to call this party off now. The ghosts are already moving, and that's a bad sign.
Let me apologize for my wife. She'll join us later. What do you have,
Scotch and.
Doctor?
I'll have the same.
Arsenic
Now, before the
on the
party
rocks.
begins, let's go over the details. The caretakers will leave at midnight, locking us in here until they come back in the morning. Once the door is locked, there's no way out. The windows have bars that a jail would be proud of, and the only door to the outside locks like a vault. There's no electricity, no phone, no one within miles, so no way to call for help.
And I'm guessing you
Like
guys have
a
AT&T, so the cell service sucks.
So if any of you decide not to stay for the party, you must let me know before midnight. Of course, if you leave,
Well, we only got 10 minutes until then.
I'm interested in your reasons for this party. Aside from pleasant company.
Ghosts, Doctor. I think everyone wonders what they would do if they saw a ghost.
I see a ghost every time I look in the mirror.
And now my wife has given us all the opportunity to
Or
find
at the screen.
Amusing. Ghosts, etc., being only creations of hysteria, your party should be a success.
Well, Pritchard here promises us genuine ghosts.
7 now. Maybe more before morning.
That's cheerful.
4 men have been murdered in this house. And 3 women.
You planned your party very well, Mr. Lauren.
Ah, yeah, that was when
men,
Colonel
3
Mustard
women.
hosted his party.
A ghost for everybody.
Well, Pritchard, why don't you take us on a tour through the house and let's see what happens, huh?
Very well. I can't wait. That's Frank Lloyd Wright house. I want to see it.
See that stain? Blood. A young girl was killed here. And whatever got her wasn't human. Don't stand there.
What do you mean? Where?
I think the ceiling is dripping its wine on you. Or chocolate syrup. Probably chocolate syrup. You could get away with a
It's too
lot
late
more
to
in the
mark
black and
it.
white movies.
Ridiculous. The roof probably leaks.
Oh, that must be what it is. Who would want to haunt me?
I would say any self-respecting male ghost.
I hope it doesn't come back.
Well, Mr. Pritchard, you're the life of the party.
He hasn't even started yet. Wasn't there a man who threw his wife into a wine vat or something?
That was in the cellar. There's been a murder almost every place in this house.
Hopefully not a murder in the bathroom, because... whoo! Boy, does that one have to deal with some serious crap. Some stinky stuff, too.
And all this belonged to a Mr. Norton, who didn't die here. He was electrocuted later. Mr. Norton did a good deal of experimenting with wines, but his wife didn't think it was any good. So he filled the vat with acid and threw her in. She was supposed to stay down, but the bones came up. It's a funny thing, but none of the murders here were just ordinary.
Could have, inserted some lead weights through her
They've all been
ankles
sort of
and maybe wrists, and
violent and different.
Good.
God, she didn't fall in.
You
She
mean
could
there's
have drowned.
still acid in there?
They probably didn't have trucks to clear that stuff up. I mean, hazardous chemical spills. They just dumped that stuff in the river. It was a barbaric time.
Destroys everything with hair and flesh. Just leaves the bones.
Soup is done! No, I should do that for Halloween.
My, it's dry and dusty down here.
Yeah, I could use some wine.
A cure for that upstairs. Come on.
So that's 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
How'd you get invited to this party?
There's 5 more ghosts.
No. Oh, go on. I mean, what'd he tell you?
Mr. Lawrence said everybody'd get $10,000.
But he
I
didn't
can
say
use
anything
that.
about being locked in.
No.
He just made a deal with me on the phone, but nothing about having to stay.
Aren't you going to stay?
If I don't, I lose $10,000.
I'm going to stay.
Yeah, he needs that because,
$10,000.
well,
Yeah.
they're asking him to pay for all the planes he
Believe in
crashed.
ghosts?
And those things aren't cheap.
I don't know.
Well, I agree with what that doc says. You can spook yourself. I've done it in planes. Seen things that
You
weren't
seen
really
ghosts in
there.
planes?
Or were they?
No, those
What
are
are
just
you
the
gonna do with
aliens.
$10,000? If we get it.
What do you mean if we get it? Won't he pay us if we stay?
Ah, sure he will. 10,000 is no more to him than a nickel is to us.
We were in an automobile accident. Now I'm the only one in the family who can make any money.
Boy, I've never seen so many doors.
Haven't you ever been in a house before? There's a lot of doors in the house.
Closet?
That's one door. Okay, we got that door we came into, so that's 2 doors.
Bottles.
That's 3 doors. Black hole. That's 4 doors.
Does it go anywhere?
He's been swallowed by the black hole.
Lance! Lance!
Oh, I hate it when that happens. That means the Gelf are coming out of the gas now. Sorry. What is that old woman doing roller skating in the basement? Doesn't she know there's a vat of acid down here? Oh, good. We don't want the old lady getting swallowed by, or, fall into the vat of acid. Old lady soup is not nearly as good as rat soup. What a talkative bunch.
Please, Lance is gone, and there's a ghost.
See what I mean?
Please, come on.
Did she say Lance is gone? Gone where?
He found the bathroom ghost. And now he's taking a massive dump. I feel sorry for that ghost.
We'll have to break it down. It's locked.
You know, the ghosts in this house aren't that bad. I play poker with them every week. Nice bunch. But the headless ones, they really don't have much of a poker face.
I must have bumped my head.
And the only way you could bump your head in here is to run head on into the wall.
Why did you run head on into the wall, Rance? Lance. Not Rance. Lance.
Let's get a bandage on that.
Rance is Ron Howard's dad. And Terrence Howard's dad.
I wonder why they didn't kill him.
Who?
He didn't bump his head. They hit him.
They?
Well, he's been talking about ghosts all night. 1 and 1 equals 27. Wait.
Nora, when you came in, you said something about a ghost.
There was something.
What did it look like?
Well, it had red and
was
purple
wearing
hair.
a black thing that went all the way to the floor.
I don't wear a black thing that goes all the way to the floor.
Well, yes.
That, Mr. Loren, is hysteria.
Well, then, Doctor, how do you explain what happened to Lance? Was that hysteria, too?
He ran. The black hole sucked him in, and it ran him right headfirst into a wall.
Checked in a day or so.
Thanks, Doc.
You know, Professor Plum could have fixed that right up.
Wait for me in the hall.
The ghosts are coming closer, Mr. Loren.
You really believe in your pet ghost, don't you, Pritchard?
Before the night's over, you will, too.
Would you like a drink, Lance?
No, thanks.
I'd like one. Scotch and.
I don't think she got a drink the first time. And where's my arsenic on the rocks?
Lauren, are you really going to pay anyone who stays all night?
Certainly. $10,000.
Will there be much red tape or delay?
In a hurry, dear?
Frankly, yes. Or frantically.
Yeah, she's been to Vegas way too many times. And back then, Vegas was run by the mob. And they're only slightly nicer than the corporations that currently run it. I mean, at least the mob sees you as a human being.
Someone or something was in here when I came in. But where? And if the door was locked, how did it get out? What you saw might have been a ghost, Nora, but what was in here with me was no ghost.
I don't know. I was so scared.
Collaborative, but good. It was a black hole anyways. Everybody knows that. Come in. Hello. Hello. Nobody home. Who's there?
Three, 6, 9, 12. 12 feet.
I only see 4. Yours and hers.
3, 6. Now, I'm going to knock on the other wall. When you hear me, you knock on this wall.
Okay. Will you stop with the orange you glad it is? I didn't say banana joke. It's getting old. What? Doesn't she keep old women in a closet in the basement? I mean, I tend not to either, but, you know, sometimes you just get in there, you have to open the door and let them back out, their families are looking for them, and it gets really annoying.
Where'd it come from?
From in here.
How did it get in there?
Well, if it ran out of here, I'd have seen it.
Lance, it doesn't run. It just
It's
floats.
using roller
Yeah,
skates.
but why didn't I see it?
That's how everybody glides, roller
You don't
skates.
believe me.
Well, how can I?
You can have your candle back, mister. This isn't fun anymore. And you know where you can stick it. In your ear hole. You got lots of wax.
I'm Annabelle Lauren.
Oh, she glued her face back
You
on.
must
That's
be Miss
good.
Manning. I realize this is a very unusual and I'm afraid very dull party. Wouldn't you like to freshen up?
The ghost of the theremin is just going wild tonight. But the theremin ghost is, you know, just a party animal.
This is your room. Depressing, isn't it?
Huh?
I doubt if I'll spend much time here.
It's going to rain. Perfect atmosphere for my husband's party.
There's no spinning wheel.
Why did you come here?
He said he'd give me $10,000.
You can spin hay into gold.
Why did he pick you?
I don't know. My supervisor just came and said I'd been invited.
How long have you known my husband?
I just met him tonight.
So? Why you?
Very suspicious.
What were you doing wandering around by yourself?
Well, I was in the cellar with Lance, Mr. Schroeder, and I just left, that's all.
Already on a first name basis
Don't do
with
it
him.
again.
How scandalous.
Don't go anywhere in this house by yourself. Now fix your face and I'll come by for you in a few minutes.
But
You're in danger. We all are.
who?
I hope for your sake you never find out.
It's not me. I'm not one of the ghosts that haunt this house. I have a different house. Not nowhere near as nice. I mean, this one's got long, creepy halls.
I'm Annabelle Lauren.
Gaslighting.
Are you looking for something?
Not exactly.
Are you the doctor?
No, I'm Lance Schroeder.
The pilot? You've hurt
Oh.
yourself.
Oh, it's just a bump on the head. Which is my room?
I think she's on the
This
make.
is it.
Thank you, Mrs.
Ooh
Lauren.
la la.
Annabelle Lance.
Oh, your name's Lance too? His first name's Lance. Your last name must be Lance. Because you're Annabelle Lance.
You were with the young girl in the cellar. Why was she so upset?
Was she?
And you don't look like the type to go around bumping his head. What really happened, Lance?
Well, Nora thought she saw a ghost, but I didn't see anything.
She was just frightened then.
And mad at me, I think. I kidded her about it.
I wouldn't joke about anything else that happens here tonight.
Now, don't tell me you're taking all this seriously.
Aren't you?
Well, I'd like to find out what hit me.
Lance,
It was the black hole in the
I need
basement.
help. May I come down?
In the closet next to the old lady closet.
Sure, I guess so.
Where's the continuity person in the script?
Look, what's going on here anyway? I mean, what is with this party bit?
This is no party. He's planning something.
Your husband?
I wish I knew what it was.
Must be pretty
He's
big.
planning to throw a
He's gonna lay
party.
out 50,000.
The money doesn't mean anything. He has a reason for getting us all up here to this dreadful old house.
Well, what for? He doesn't even know us.
Maybe that's exactly why you're here.
What can he get away with?
Oh, he thinks that big money like his can get away with anything. You know, of course,
Well-
his fourth wife.
He's not wrong.
First simply disappeared. The other two died.
Yeah, but the first was a magician.
I don't want to join
And she really wasn't that good of a magician.
You mean he,
Oh, his doctor said they died of heart attacks. 2 girls in their 20s.
That can happen.
My husband is sometimes insane with jealousy. Nothing
I
matters to
mean, he
him.
probably dated really tall girls with Marfan syndrome.
Would he hurt
And the
you?
sex was just that wild.
He would kill me if he could.
Who would kill you? You're the death of the party. Oh, here comes Alfred Hitchcock. Run! Run! Oh, good, you got Tippy Hedren's warning about him.
Annabelle, you're missing all the fun. Nora Manning was almost killed by a falling chandelier. The pilot bashed his head in.
Is he badly hurt?
The Saturnine psychiatrist bandaged him up. Don't you want to go and console him, as you do most men, in your fashion?
You're so clever, Frederick.
So I lie awake nights wondering why I married you. It was rather a mistake.
She said yes.
You didn't marry me, dear. I married you. Unpleasant, but no mistake.
Well, I know why you married her.
Frederick, for the last time, I'm not going to your
A
party.
beautiful blonde woman.
And for the last
Rich.
time, it's not my party.
I mean, you're
but
rich.
yours.
I mean,
And you are going.
that's usually the reason why rich guys marry beautiful blonde women. Is because they're beautiful and blonde.
Ready, dear?
Yes, damn you.
Would you adore me as much if I were poor? No. All you want to be is a lovely widow. It's almost time to lock up the
No,
house.
he's probably still a better boss than Elon
Then
Musk.
your party will really begin. I wonder how it'll end.
Probably with closing credits. You know, I wish I could grow a mustache half as good as his. He's got an iconic mustache.
Okay. I'll be down in a minute.
Could you imagine him playing Gomez Adams?
Who is it?
Your host, my dear. It's almost midnight, Nora. We're all going to get together down in the living room.
All right,
Ooh.
Mr. Lloyd. I'll be right down.
It must be time for the ball to drop. That's when the boy turns into a man. So I've heard. Still hasn't happened to me yet. Oh, that's where I keep my spare head. I've been looking all over the place for it. Really could have used that on Halloween. Oh, what's over here? I'm completely terrified. I'm just going to wander into a random hallway beyond curtains. Huh, there's a wall here.
Come with us. Come with us before he kills you.
Zachary, why did you do that?
Where's Nora? Miss Manning.
Oh, there she is.
Don't want to stay here.
Nora, what happened?
Ah, Zachary and Mrs. Zachary.
That's Jonas Slides and his wife. They've been caretakers here for years. She's blind, you know.
I'm not going to stay here.
No wonder it's so dusty. She can't see to clean up.
Well, Doctor, it looks like we have a real case of hysteria on our hands.
I think she's just a little upset, not hysterical.
Good
Ooh,
evening.
I love that dress. Where did you get that?
Hello, Maggie.
My goodness.
This is my wife. These are our guests.
I wish I would look half as good in that
Bruce
dress.
Bridges, Dr. Trent. You know Watson Pritchard, of course. Nora Manning, and this is Lance Schroeder.
He's the one with the band-aid. In case he got a little boo-boo due to a black hole. Hi, Mr. and Mrs. Zackerley.
What about the 10,000?
I don't care. He wants to kill me.
Who wants to kill you?
I don't.
Lord.
May I have your attention,
You seem like a
please?
sweet young girl.
I
I don't
think you
kill
all
sweet young
remember
girls.
the bargain we made about staying all night. $10,000 apiece. If any of you don't survive, $50,000 will be divided amongst the rest of you. If I should die, you will be paid by my estate. When the door is locked from the outside by the caretakers, we'll all be forced to stay in this house until morning. If any of you decide not to stay, you must leave with the caretakers now. You won't have a chance to change your minds later, because there'll be no way to get out.
Well, the doors are already locked. It's after midnight. It's been sounding like that here all day long. Well, door's locked. See what I tell you. I left 12 minutes ago.
Midnight yet? Who told them they could leave?
They never leave before midnight.
It's a quarter after. Look at the clock. It's right down there in the corner.
I was going to ask you whether you wanted to stay or not, but it seems that the caretakers have made the decision for you. We're all locked in now.
But I don't want to stay.
And I'm sorry, my dear, but it's too late now.
Darling, haven't you had enough of the silly game? Get some cars up here for these people and let them go home. But pay them first.
This is your party, remember? In spite of my wife's faith in my ability to do the impossible, we will all have to stay in this house until 8 o'clock in the morning. But we have some party favors for you in these little coffins.
Ooh, ooh. Are they those little things that go... And you blow, and the little ribbon goes... Like a snake's tongue?
Know how to use one of these things.
I love those.
In case you don't, you just press down on this lever with your thumb and then pull the trigger.
I've been shot! I've been shot!
These are no good against the dead, only the living.
Doctor?
Yeah, you need proton packs for that.
Lance?
Oh, crap. I left mine out in the living room.
Nora?
I gotta use them to defeat the other ghosts, after all.
Miss Bridges? And here's
Where's
your
mine?
idea.
I don't
Can I have a gun?
It was your idea.
Actually, that'd be a bad idea.
No, you may want
Don't
to
give
use
me
it
a
on
gun.
before this night is over.
I don't know how to shoot one. I haven't taken a gun safety class.
Don't do you any good.
I agree with Pritchard on that point, although not for the same reason.
Dr. Trent, don't you approve of our little party favors?
Suppose Nora had had a gun when she mistook the blind woman for a ghost.
I don't think anyone else is going to walk around in total darkness.
Oh, I'm sure we're not going to go running around the house shooting each other, aren't you?
Who knows? Fear makes people do amazing things.
Yeah, I want to see Sophia make somebody fly.
Mr. Pritchard,
Strangest thing.
you said your sister-in-law killed a man and a woman.
I really
Cut
should
them
not have
up?
taken a,
You
microdose
said
that
they
time.
found hands and feet, but they never found any heads. Would you like to see one of those heads? Would you
Ooh,
all like
yes.
to see one of those heads?
I would love to see a head.
Well then, just follow me.
Oh, are you talking about my spare head? Please don't show him that. It's embarrassing. Why do you have to embarrass me?
Darling, I really don't need this.
She says that now. I want a little wooden coffin. Can I have a
Just
little
go
wooden
look in my
coffin,
suitcase.
Mr. Lauren?
Just go.
Please, Mr. Price. Little wooden coffin, Mr. Price. Where's Mr. Price? I'm asking for a little wooden coffin. Oh my.
But it was in there. A woman's head.
Nora, I think you're a little upset. Would you care for a sedative?
Get out! Get out, all of you!
No, she wants a set of give.
Let
by yourself, Doctor?
Hey, where's my little wooden coffin? Can I have a little wooden coffin?
Suppose
You can keep the gun. I just want the little wooden coffin.
Look, Doc, I think somebody ought to stay with her.
There could be 1 million people around her. But if they wanted her, they'd get her.
What if he's right?
He's too drunk to know what he's talking about.
I wonder.
No, he didn't sound drunk.
I'll join you in a minute.
I've seen drunk. He's walking upright, not slurring,
Do you think it would do any good if you went in and...
not stripping,
Do you think there really was a head in her suitcase?
not climbing out the window to dance on the roof,
Something like that
falling
would
3
right
stories,
on the
breaking
edge.
his legs,
But would you...
crawling
stay
back
up
in for
here,
another
I mean,
beer.
In case she needs help?
Not that I've ever seen or anything like that or anything.
I'll be in my room. Just call it.
Thanks.
Aw, he's worried about her. Isn't that sweet?
Are you sure there are only 7 people in this house?
Positive, except for the ghosts.
I don't believe in ghosts, nor in frightening women. In Nora's case, it's gone far enough. Perhaps too far.
What do you suggest we do about it, Doctor?
Don't frighten her anymore.
It's Vincent Price. What else is he gonna do with his time? Cook? Oh wait, he does do that. And I really gotta find his cookbook. He was like supposedly like a really good cook too. I would love to try his recipe sometime. Oh my god, can you imagine that? Vincent Price's cooking?
Nora?
Oh.
Nora? Nora?
What are you doing in her room, Lance? Aw, it's a head. That's where my spare head went. Can you put it back in its box, please? Please, put it back in its box. I need to find it for Halloween. Betsy, what are you doing with my head? Lance, put Betsy back. That's my spare head's name. Betsy. Well.
What do you know about this?
They've taken her. In a little while, she'll be one of them.
Where's Nora? Where is she?
It's too late. It's too late. You'll never find her again.
Pritchard, if you know where she is, you better tell me now.
She's gone. She's gone with them. And there's nothing you can do about it.
I didn't do it. I was right here. You all saw me, right? I was right here. I didn't do it.
Nora.
Oh, lovely. I hope you're not going to use her as a piñata. That's just going to make too much of a mess. Gently, gently. Now don't get a rope around your hands. Those things really sting. Oh, don't tell me you haven't seen a dead body before. You're a test pilot. You've crashed your plane into hundreds of orphanages, I bet.
She's dead, Mr. Lauren.
It's gonna be far less amusing now.
Suicide.
It's just the wind. Ignore the moving curtains. It's just the wind.
Nora.
Hide me. Please, hide me.
What's the matter?
Hide me.
Aw, they like each other.
He tried to kill me. He grabbed me and choked me and
put me in that room. And then he went away and left me.
Who?
He thought I was dead.
Who?
Mr. Lord.
Well,
Are you sure about this?
I didn't see that coming. Did you?
No, it was dark, but it must have been him.
Has anybody seen you since he left you?
I heard some people in that room, but I went by and nobody saw me.
Mrs. Lauren is dead. Lauren said she committed suicide. But I think somebody killed her.
Him?
You're not gonna get out that way unless you're really thin. Oh, there's some fresh air though. It might help everybody. Well, you're away from your fresh air now. And all that gas can't be good for the brain.
I'm sure you've come to the same conclusion I have.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, let's all have a meeting, discuss what to do. The living room?
Okay, in a minute.
Well, I'm gonna watch the clock now. He said that in a minute, so I'm gonna make sure it turns over to a minute.
Now you lock yourself in here and don't let anybody know you're here. If he thinks you're dead, he won't come here. And I'll get back as soon as I can. You'll be all right. And if you have to, you use it.
Oh, it's been okay, it's almost a minute. This can't turn to 25. Watch the clock. Where are you going, Vincent? Where are you going? Where are you going, Vincent? Vincent! What about my tiny coffin? Oh. Oh. Don't do. No, that's not this kind of movie. No.
So greedy.
Okay. Okay, I hope you're not going to do that.
What are you doing in here?
Wait. Don't wait.
What do you mean coming in here?
I didn't want them to take her away.
You're drunk.
They will if you don't watch her.
You're drunk. All right, out with it, Bridget. Why did you come into this
Yeah, I think he's
I'm
drunk
the only one
now.
who understands.
Understands what?
Your wife isn't there anymore. She's already joined them.
Bridget, I've had enough of your...
Oh, there's now 8 coasts.
Get out, you
Oh,
son.
that means I'm going to have
Don't
somebody else
come
at my
back in this room
poker
again.
game. Let's find another chair. The burden of being the host. Don't mind him, he's perfectly pober. He's not as drunk
Where's
as you
what's
think
your
I
name?
am.
Nora.
I didn't disturb her since I don't think this concerns her.
No, you're right.
Mr. Lauren, isn't there some way we can get out of this house now?
No, none at all.
We could try breaking out.
The only door to the outside is made of steel. The bars of the windows are set in solid stone. We gotta stay.
Who designed this
I'm afraid of
house?
your ghosts, Bridget.
Other than Frank Lloyd Wright. Was
I
it
am
Evil
afraid.
Shandor? Don't tell me it was Evil Shandor.
When we came
Shandor.
here a few hours ago, the only thing we had in common
Always
was the
Evil
$10,000
Shandor.
we'd get.
That man
Now,
is a
however,
kook.
we share something else. The death of Mrs. Lauren. So far tonight, one of us was almost killed by a falling chandelier.
Mm-hmm.
One of us was mysteriously slugged. One of us has been driven to the brink
That
of
was a black
absolute
hole.
hysteria.
That was by
One of
roller
us is
skating
dead.
old ladies who like locking
Were
themselves
these
in
accidents?
closets.
Suicide? And we must stay here for 6 more hours.
6
Yep.
hours. 6 of us. Time enough.
Who'll be next? How will it
Not
happen?
me. I'm already dead.
Let
I
me
am a
ask
ghost
you
after all.
question, Doctor. You
Honestly,
were
I
the
don't think
first
I
one
was
to
ever
see my
alive.
wife there. Did you also see anything that she could have climbed up on? and
I am a
jumped?
computer program after
No.
all.
Did any of you?
Not me. But I
Where
didn't
was
do it.
that? How then did she get up there so high?
Magic.
Exactly, Mr. Lauren. How? She couldn't have pulled herself up there. She couldn't have dropped from the ceiling. Do you think your wife killed herself?
No. She was murdered by one of you.
It's probably her.
Or you, Mr. Lauren? To deliberately kill someone, you must have a reason.
We were all strangers to your wife. Only you had a motive for murder.
What husband hasn't at some time wanted to kill his wife? What husband hasn't had 1,000 opportunities to do it in such a way so that he'd never be suspected? I'm not such a fool as to hang my wife from a ceiling by a rope.
The fact remains that you, or one of us,
Yeah,
murdered
he
Mrs.
just
Lauren.
hired somebody.
And that's a matter for the police.
So how do we get the police?
That's my point. We can't until morning. What began as a silly party given by an eccentric has now involved us all in murder.
For once, Pritchard may be right. If another murder's in the works, let's stop it now.
Another murder.
Why not? Maybe one of us saw too much.
It was
Why should
probably
even a
him.
millionaire want to give each of us $10,000 to spend one night in a gloomy old house? To see some ghosts, have a party? No.
Have you finished trying me, Doctor? And is the verdict guilty of murder?
Oh, this isn't getting us anywhere. Somebody killed Mrs. Lauren.
Not
we
a
know
judge.
that.
He can't.
One of us is guilty and the rest
Or
of us are
jury.
innocent. Okay. Now, what we have to do for the next 6 hours is protect ourselves from each other.
You really think?
I don't think anything. I
That's
just know that I'm
true.
going to my room. And if
And if
anybody
he did,
comes
he
in,
wouldn't be
I'll
crashing
shoot
all those
him
jet planes he has to pay for.
or her.
And
I mean,
if
that's
we
gotta
all
be the
stay
only
in our
reason.
rooms, we'll be safe. Because the innocent will have no reason to leave his room. And the guilty will admit his guilt if he or she does.
And we all have guns.
And we're all agreed?
Oh, I wish this night were over.
Mm-hmm.
Rooms? Guns? I tell you, it doesn't make any difference.
Yeah, you need proton packs.
Through with us yet.
And ghost traps. And Ouija boards. And crystal balls. And kung fu monkeys. If you ever have a ghost problem, just hire a kung fu monkey. Okay? They are great at kicking ghosts right in the ghost balls. I know, I met one. It hurt. I was singing soprano for like 2 years. It was that
What's the
bad.
use of saying goodnight?
Good fright.
Good night.
Take scare. Pleasant screams.
Good night, Doctor.
Don't let the werewolves bite. Yeah, I'm out of them. What did that glass ever do to you? Such a violent person. A drunk with a gun. There's nothing bad that can happen there. I mean, it is hunting season after all. And drunks with guns are never out in hunting season. Dear Diary, I met this guy. He had a really amazing mustache. Oh, what's that? I wish I had a mustache like his. I'm trying to write my diary here. Ah, it was a dramatic sting at the door. Got it. I hate it when the dramatic sting comes over. Always trying to jump scare you. You know, maybe you should get some sleep. Oh, Willy Wonka must be doing that. Chocolate syrup leaking again. And you know can't be good. That's gotta be the scratchy stuff. I mean, he's a millionaire. Probably cheaped out on the Kleenex.
Nora, it's me, Lance.
Lance who? Oh, I thought it was another knock-knock joke. Been getting those all night long.
They've all gone to their rooms and locked themselves in.
Lance, I've been thinking. It was so dark down there. Maybe it wasn't Mr. Lorne.
It was him, all right. He tried to kill you, and he did kill his wife.
How can you be so sure?
She tried to warn me, asked me to help her. The doc thinks he's going to try and kill one of us. Now, there must be a
Now,
way
why
out of
would
this
he do
place,
something
and I'm
like
gonna
that?
find it and get the police before he does.
I'm going with you.
What if he finds out you're alive? No, Nora. You're safer here than any place else. Now just lock yourself
Yeah.
in and keep quiet.
It's safer there with a murderer in the house. It's the safest place in the world.
If I find a way out, I'll come back and get you.
Aw, she likes him. Turn the volume down a little bit on the thunder. I wish I could. Really hard to sleep in a thunderstorm. Go to sleep. Lightning hits you in the head. You wake up. Hair standing on end. You gotta put it back down. Secret passage. I love secret. Oh, it's a black hole again. Come in. Who's there? It was a dark and stormy night. Nora was all alone in her room. Pacing. Pacing. The lights went out in Georgia. The lightning illuminated the room. And a snake slithered in. As our tall senior once said, "Watch out for snakes!" Or ropes. How is she doing that? I mean, I know how that trick is done in movies. But how is she doing that? Well, how'd she get back up there? Don't let that werewolf bite. She's got a pair of lungs on her, though. Woo, boy, my ears are still ringing. No less as a player piano. Or a player harpsichord. Oh, my ears. I don't think I'm going to recover from this one. She screams so loud she can wake the dead. Or the psychiatrist.
An admission of guilt, Doctor?
Certainly not. There's either somebody else in this house or one of us has left his room. Did you hear anything?
Organ music?
That. And someone...
There's a player organ.
You got yours? Ready?
You look downstairs, and I'll look up here.
Why not together?
There may be only minutes, seconds left of someone's life. Why waste time?
Good point. See, he went to medical school for a reason. Well, not medical school. He went to community college, probably. I mean, he's not a real doctor. He only took a Psych 101. But no, he thinks he knows everything about psychology, and then he goes onto YouTube and starts talking about it, and... Oh, wait, that's me. Sorry, I got them confused with me again. It's the impeccable fashion sense. What are you doing? Oh, no, 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 no. Don't do that. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No. No, that's gross. Oh, don't. Not with the... Oh, no. Now.
It's almost over, darling. Every detail was perfect.
Oh, she's breathing. Okay, that's better. Well, they do know each other.
What's happening?
We've done it. A perfect crime. Beautiful.
Has she killed him?
Not yet. But she will.
Get me out of this hanging harness. What's taking that girl so long? What time is it?
At first, I couldn't get Nora to want to protect herself with a gun. But after you appeared at the window, everything began to work just as we had planned. You were wonderful. Just the touch that finally drove her into complete hysteria.
It'll be worth all of our planning, darling. Where's Nora now? What's happening?
On her way to the cellar. So scared she'll shoot the first thing that moves.
And Frederick?
On his way to the cellar, too.
David, are you sure none of them will suspect us?
Of what? An hysterical girl accidentally shoots somebody? Who would suspect that we planned it that way, that we drove her to it?
What about my...
Well, I would, because you're telling me.
Gag. We'll claim it was a dummy since I'm the only one who touched you.
And the caretakers?
Well, they had no idea what they were really doing.
What about Nora? She's not stupid, you know.
Darling, believe me, everything we planned is working perfectly. Nora is sure Frederick murdered you. She thinks Frederick attacked her in the cellar, not me. And now Nora's almost out of her mind with fear. The heads, the music, you're hanging. I tell you, when Frederick walks in there, she'll shoot him.
So...
Taking too long. David, you ought to be
how did... Because nobody knew... I mean, he invited everybody and nobody else knew, had a copy of the guest list. And how could you plan this? How? This movie makes no sense. I want to see Cinema Sins 2.1 on this. Oh my god, all the sins? Actually, I don't want to see that. I want to be able to enjoy a movie. Egon! Somebody's playing with the light switch again. It wasn't me. I was right here. You all saw me.
No!
Well, she just killed a millionaire. How'd you get down? I'm getting your fingerprints all over a gun. I mean, it's not the murder weapon. It's his gun, so... Might work, but why doing that? Why not letting the police find the body and the Nora gets the time and nobody suspects you. But now people think he's missing and that Nora did that and it was premeditated. And he's gonna have a harder sentence. And you're just being an asshole for no reason. Stop being assholes for no reason. No, I wish I could pull something like that off too, but I can't. I can't really pull off anything that's just black and white.
David?
Except a nice tuxedo. I just don't have the figure for it. From ground came some bubbling crude. Or, that is, black gold, Texas tea. Science class skeletons. And this is where the skeleton will be coming out to fly at you in theaters. Scare the pants right off of you. At least that was the goal.
At last you've got it all. Everything I have. Even my life. But you're not going to live to enjoy it. Come with me, murderess. Come with me.
Ah, my ears. You know, multiple murders in the same way, just dull. This isn't a very good slasher flick. Where's the creativity, William Castle? Now that is a puppeteering setup. Jim Henson would be proud. Whoops.
Good night, Doctor. Good night, Annabelle. The crime you two planned was indeed perfect. Only the victim is alive and the murderers are not. It's a pity you didn't know when you started your game of murder that I was playing too.
There must be some way to get in here.
Oh, it's right along here, somewhere.
Lance! I've shot Mr. Loren. He's down in the wine cellar.
Alive?
I don't think so.
Well, there's 5 of them left.
It's him. He's alive.
You didn't shoot anyone, my dear. I loaded your gun with blanks. I can tell you all now. Trent and my wife were planning to kill me. They failed. Trent tried to throw me in the vat. My wife stumbled and fell. I'm ready for justice to decide if I'm innocent or guilty.
And he'll get out scot-free. Now he can go to bed and sleep peacefully. Like the creepy guy he is. Now there's 9 ghosts.
Now there are 9. There'll be more, many more.
Well, 10 technically, because I'm here too.
They're coming for me now. And then they'll come for you.
Actually, they're not going to come for me. I'm already dead. I'm just a computer program. That's what I keep telling my lawyers. And the IRS. They don't believe me. Oh, that's why he was in this movie. He's long, ladies. So, that was House on Haunted Hill. I hope you enjoyed it. I did. It's a classic. That's why I kind of chose it. Next week, we've got another not great, but fun movie. Oh, it's one I enjoy a whole lot. It's got Peter Cushing, you know, General Tarkin from Star Wars. It's got Christopher Lee, you know, for being Christopher Lee and just being simply awesome. It's a wonderful movie. Oh, and it's also got Telly Savalas, but who cares about him? I mean, Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee in a movie together, you know it's going to be a good time. So join me next week, same bat time, same bat channel, for Horror Express. It takes place on a train. As if you can tell from that title. Until next week, take care, good fright, and pleasant screams.